Welcome to Take a Break with Ashie, powered by TCR 20 series from Singer Sri Lanka. I am very excited to welcome you all to my first show today. Joining with me are two special guests. First up, you know her for her voice and also for her eyes. Rasika Rasikavyange Hadavat Umatu Kala, Hirushi Jayasena. Hi! Alright, with that, many of us have had sleepless nights because of his voice. Sangeetha Ridmayata Venasak Ekkala Ridma Weerawardena. Ta-da! Hello to you.
So nice to be here.
How have you all been in general?
All good.
So nice to have you. Thank you so much for coming to my show today. And this is the very first episode we are starting. And I'm glad I'm starting with both of you today.
The pleasure is ours, yeah, for sure.
Great. Digging into the conversation straight away. Hirushi, I would like to ask you, now, people have embraced you as an artist, as a singer. But we all know that you have so many other talents. And you have been engaged in so many other talents as well throughout your life. How would you really define yourself? And what is the label you would like to carry forward going?
Interesting question, actually. You're right. I have done different, I have undertaken different facets in life, being in media for almost a decade and then stepping into music, singing since I was 6, actually. Moving forward, I would definitely like to be perceived as someone who loves music, someone who creates music to connect with people, and perhaps an animal lover, a cat lover in particular. And I think I admire simplicity. Even in the complex things that we do, I like to find the tiniest things and appreciate it. So I guess that's who I am.
Do you love cats because you also have cat eyes?
I've actually had dogs growing up,
okay.
But with the confined space I'm in, I have a cat, and that's when I realized there's no such thing as cat person and dog person. It's a myth, because when you have an animal and when you're attached to it, that's it.
Okay, well, I disagree to a certain point because I hate cats. Okay, Ridma. ආරංචියක් ආව ළඟදී ඇක්ටිං වලට ආසාවක් තියනවා කියලා. ආරංචි ඇත්තද?
Let's see.
So going forward, would you like to label yourself in the music industry itself, or like no ආසාව acting වලට තියෙනකොට ඒ පැත්තටත් ඒවිද? How do you really define yourself?
No, I'll definitely be a musician, hands down. I'd like to be known as a musician, and all these I'll be trying out different things, and that's what I've decided now, that I'm going to try as many things as possible as Ridma Weerawardena. So but I'll always be
the musician, the artist, Ridma Weerawardena.
That's where I find my peace. So
giving many girls sleepless nights, just like I said. Yeah.
and dudes, in the room, a little bird told me. He's like, I'm a guy, but I lost sleep.
Lost sleep because of Ridma. Blame him. All right, with that, we are moving into our interesting segment at this episode, which is named as How Well You Know Each Other. All right, so this is how it's...
Nice to meet you.
So let me tell you how this is actually going to go. I'm going to ask questions from both of them about each other, where both of you have to guess the correct answer of each other.
So I have to transform myself into his brain.
Yeah. I've got the correct answer from both of them separately. That's for me to know. So I'm just going to enjoy this as they guess or judge. If you let's see how well you judge each other.
Think like Hirushi, think like Hirushi.
Think like Hirushi, think like Ridma. All right. Right. මම හිතන්නේ මම මුලින්ම රිද්මගෙන් පටන් ගන්නම්. Ridma, now think like Hirushi. Okay.
Is there a timer?
නෑ timer දෙන්න. හැබැයි ඉක්මනට උත්තර දෙන්න ඕනේ. හරි. What's the craziest thing you think Hirushi has done in her life? Peed by the roadside, leaving her passport inside a plane, shoplifted from a supermarket.
Most like I would love the first answer, but I'm gonna go with the second one, leaving the
passport. Oh wow, you're thinking like Hirushi, correct?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, 10 points on that. 10 points on that.
God, now I'm nervous.
Okay, second question. We are straight away going with Ridma
Okay,
completely.
good.
Yeah, putting him on the
okay,
spot.
okay, now,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
it's my time. Okay, fine.
Okay, a sport Hirushi has done during school: hockey, netball, swimming.
I would say netball.
Take wrong.
Pressure's off on me.
You think she can't swim?
Hello.
Hello, she's a
you're a
swimmer, so yeah. Swimming is a sport she has been
mermaid
involved.
vibes.
What? Mermaid
No,
vibes,
but I was
come
just
on.
going to go with the odds. Like, you know, it was
Yeah.
the very obvious one was swimming, obviously.
it's
but
too
you know,
good to be true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's like, you know,
You're someone
a
who can
swimmer.
handle all sports.
Yeah.
You know, that's a better way to put it. It's okay, Ridma.
Yeah, I'm just digging my own grave, you know.
Yeah, no, it's forgivable. If you said hockey, though, I would have judged you really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that
මං
was
ඇත්තට
out
මුලින්
of
හිතුවා
it.
මම hockey කියයි කියලා.
Nah, මං හිතුවා like, you know, it's something like shaped,
Netball.
yeah, netball.
Like, you know,
would
take the
be-
ball.
Something shaped. Do I not look athletic to you?
No.
Moving into the next question.
Okay.
Best dish of Hirushi: pasta, chicken tikka masala, pol sambar.
Okay. I swear, I was gonna, in my head, I was thinking, okay, the dish that she would make would be pasta, but
Okay.
with the options, I'm gonna say pol sambar.
Pol sambar.
You know, technically, it could be right. but
Okay.
What is
The
that?
best could be just one. So according to her, her
Okay.
best dish is pasta.
Pasta, okay.
I think
So
half.
you got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, she's a good cook.
Okay.
Let's go have dinner after.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a go-to thing, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a college kid thing.
We'll only know after we taste treatment.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the way Hirushi would like to get proposed? Candlelit dinner at a cruise? Recreating a rom-com moment? On his knees in front of the Eiffel Tower? Take.
Can I have the options again?
Options again: candlelit dinner at a cruise, recreating a rom-com moment, on his knees in front of the Eiffel Tower.
I want to say recreating a rom-com moment.
Correct.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, she's someone I think romantic, and also she needs a little bit of comedy.
Yeah, and Eiffel Tower is overrated.
Okay, let's pause it. Let's pause it. Okay, moving into the last. What's the biggest lie you think Hirushi must have told in her life? Saying she's out with the girls while actually being out with the boys. Saying no worries after being disappointed. Lied to self and convinced there's no big difference between chicken and pork.
Lie to self that there's no big difference between chicken and pork.
Nope.
No, she has like pretty decent lie.
Yeah.
Saying no worries after being disappointed.
Maybe it's not the biggest lie, but it's the most frequent lie.
Frequent
So
lie,
it
yeah.
becomes big over
Yeah.
time. Because
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time like something disappointing happens, I'm like, no worries. But it actually
Yeah,
worries
yeah.
me like for 24 hours.
Next time Hirushi says no worries,
You know
that-
what you mean.
You have to
You
dig
know
deep.
what she means. Like, you know, that's what she says.
That's what
That's more.
Okay, now it's time to put Hirushi
Oh no, I'm gonna
on
get
the
this
spot.
wrong. Okay.
He actually did quite good.
Oh,
like, you know,
yeah,
the judgment
impressed.
is, yeah.
Super
Yeah.
impressed.
Okay, so don't disappoint him now.
Oh my god, so much
Time to
pressure.
say
Sorry.
no worries.
No worries. Yeah.
No worries.
Okay, what's the craziest thing you think Ridma has done in his life? Having breakfast inside a washroom, speeding without license, becoming a public figure.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Becoming a public figure?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
correct.
Oh my god.
Yeah, apparently the craziest thing Ridma has ever done in his life is becoming a public figure.
Because it was a far-fetched dream always. Like it was a very far-fetched one.
Yeah. So this
So-
crazy definition comes in like a good crazy, like, you know, something.
Yeah, I still can't, like sometimes I still
Process.
can't believe, I still can't process that, you know, people would actually know me because it's
So
kind
it's
of
a very
strange.
gradual thing. Like,
It's
crazy
gradual,
and
it's been
gradual.
a while now, but I'm still getting used to it.
But I Ridma දන්න අයනේ මුළු ලංකාවෙන් එහා කීවෙනෙක් රිද්ම ගැන සින්දු අහා රැට අඬාඬ. I mean that's soothing. I mean
මාව එහෙමද දැන් ලේබල් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ සින්දු අහලා අඬන.
ඇත්තටම මම කියන්නේ මම ඔයාලට මේ කලින් කිව්වේ රිද්ම වීරවර්ධන කිව්වම ගොඩක් කට්ටිය හිතන්නේ හරිම තැම්පත්. පිළිවෙලකට ජීවත් වෙන. හරි මේ අඳින්නෙත් ඒ වගේ නේද නිකන් හරිම තැම්පත් සමහරක් වෙලාවට. මේ තිරේ පිටුපස දන්නේ නැහැ කවුරු.
I feel like it's far from the truth.
It's
probably.
because
Even the craziest things you've done, I had a hard time picking. I was like, I'm sure he has done all 3 of them, but then like, you know, whatever that is submit.
Okay, a sport Ridma has done during school. Badminton, cricket, LA.
Why do I feel it's LA? Is it?
nope.
Too soon to judge.
Why did you feel it was
I
LA?
didn't know the whole Tampa thing just got to me.
Tampa thing.
What does Tampath have to do with LA?
I don't know. Because like in school, you know, like very like
LA gehuwa Tampath. Yeah, it's probably the
Opposite.
yeah.
I don't know, it just like came to me. Sorry. I'm sure it's cricket.
It's badminton.
No worries.
Really? You're a badminton?
No worries.
No worries.
No worries.
Yeah.
Deep
Okay.
inside, I'm really hurt. You know.
I'm so sorry.
The best dish you think Ridma can cook?
Okay.
An omelette, Maggi noodles, none can only chop vegetables.
Is it Maggi noodles?
Correct.
Oh my
Correct.
God.
Correct.
Okay, see, I'm doing this good.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think is Ridma's way of proposing? His way of proposing? With a handwritten long love letter, while watching Northern Lights, a candlelit dinner by the mountains.
I don't think candles are your thing. Maybe
Because
Northern
you're-
Lights.
Because you're not.
Northern Lights? Oh my God!
Why- why
It's
do
in my to-do list before I die.
Oh,
Yeah, but I
think
mean,
it's
I
in
just
the
had to
envelope.
think of something about a proposal, so I was thinking about a few places. And
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you why he reacted when you said about Eiffel Tower is too cliche, because that's his next option.
No, because Northern Lights or Eiffel Tower,
Yeah,
is still
yeah.
romantic. Yes, it is
cute, it's
cliche.
cute, yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
let's
but
put it that way. It's cute.
I mean,
is
on
cute,
top
it
of
is
it,
cute, it is
it's
cute.
still romantic.
Yeah, it
Come
is.
on,
It is.
disagree with me.
Obviously, Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
now,
out there.
she
No
totally,
worries.
My top 3 options.
she totally judged you, saying, "I don't think candlelit dinners are your thing, Ridma.
Yeah.
You're too innocent to
No,
do
I feel
that.
like the
Only
Aurora,
bad
like,
boys do
Northern
that."
Lights.
Why, you don't want to play with fire, is it?
No, I can totally see you like sitting and watching the Northern Lights and yeah,
Yeah,
and writing
very
a song
calm,
about it.
calm, listening to a Ridma
Yeah.
song.
Because I feel like you're very. This is just an opinion, but I
Yeah.
feel like he's more inclined towards nature and things. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would assume.
Okay, last one. What's the biggest lie you think Ridma has told in his life? Told your tea tastes just like my mom's. Told he's sick to work and gone on abroad trips. Impressed a girl saying he can cook well.
It's not the second one.
Okay. So it's either told your tea tastes just like my mom's. Girls, if you hear this, you know it's a lie.
It's the third one, right?
Impressed a girl saying he can cook well.
I think, yeah.
You're wrong.
Really?
Told he's sick to work and gone on abroad trips.
Really?
He's a bad boy type.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I mean, we clearly broke that innocent Ridma.
I gotta give it to you.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, both of you all did quite well. Good on that.
I think we were okay.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. Okay. You all did okay. So along the line, I would also like to come a bit to talk about the journey that you all have taken so far now, as a public figure, both being public figures, and for you now it's still a crazy thing that you reminisce. Let's talk a little bit about, I'll start from Ridma. Tell us some of the challenges that you have faced. I mean, everywhere you only hear fairy tales and people think being a public figure, being an iconic musician is like, fun, oh my god, I just have to dress up, go sing. But no, right? So there's like a path of lots of ups and downs. So what do you think? Share a bit of challenges that you have faced and how you have faced them.
Yeah. First of all, I think with just being a normal, simple human being, the transition itself was kind of a challenge. And to accept the fact that you are what you are right now. And there are, it becomes very overwhelming at times, and mental strength is something that I'm still, I mean, I think
Getting
that,
adjusted to, yeah.
yeah, so I think especially during the pandemic and all of that, it's not definitely a bed of roses, like you said. There's always been ups and downs and emotional and even things that are out of your control. There is pressure from there is definitely pressure from the audience as well. There is a certain level of pressure, but I try not to get
too
overwhelmed, and to be pressurized rather. But yeah, so
මොන හරි එක සිදුවීමක් තියෙනවද ඔයාලට නිකන් අමතක නොවෙන challenge එකක් ඔයා face කරපු? ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයා මතක් කළා අම්මෝ කාපු මඩක් කියලා.
කාපු මඩක් කියන්නේ මම හිතන්නේ ඒ කියන්නේ just being in the music industry, this the fact that you have to you still have to work with find money as monetary, so the fine line between passion and financial stability, and that is a very a blurred line. So there are some situations where you have to go a bit, you go a bit heavier, and then you cross those lines as well. So yeah, I think tackling that would be a really big challenge.
මම හිතන්නේ අර ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වා වගේ රිද්ම ඔයා මේ දේවල් එක දේවල් try කරලා දැන් හිරුෂිත් කිව්ව හිරුෂිත් ගොඩාක් දේවල් try කරපු කෙනෙක් ගොඩාක් ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි වල ඉඳලා දැන් ફોකස් වෙලා ඉන්නවා එයාට මියුසික් ඒ පැත්තට ඉස්සරහට යන්න. ඒ වගේ මම හිතන්නේ අපි හැමෝම ගොඩාක් පැති try කරලා එක track එකකට වැටෙනවානේ මම හිතන්නේ. And just like you said, there's a fine line between your passion and also making a career
pressure,
and being financially stable. Yeah. I mean, how did you really feel with that?
I mean,
you're handling it quite well.
I'm handling it quite well, but there's always now, for example, the pandemic, there were no shows and stuff. So that was, I think, a big hit for everybody in the music industry, and even
everybody in the events
industry. I think overall, to generally to everybody, the hotel industry as well. So I think now it's time for us to work hand in hand and kind of try to get over this overwhelming situation. So that's what we are trying to do with collaborating with different industries probably, and also just trying out different things.
Interesting. We'll wait for that news, trying out different things. We'll see what Ridma is trying out next. I would like to ask the same question from Hirushi, in brief. What are the challenges that you have faced in life? And as an individual, what have you really felt during such times?
It's definitely a challenge. I mean, at the end of the day, what's really precious to you, it doesn't come easy. If it comes so easily, I mean, is it even worth it? Sometimes, because most of the things that have been inaccessible to me, that I had to really work hard to achieve, it has so much more weight, it has so much more impact. So I've actually learned to really change the perception about it, because when you're stepping in, there's the public perception and who you really are, and it's clashing. Sometimes the media manipulates it, sometimes various types of social circles manipulate it, and people in the industry manipulates it. So you are something that people want to see, and it's not exactly who you are. So there was a time where we were thinking, should I try to convince of who I am and what my interests are? But then I realized, as we go, it becomes so minute, like it doesn't even hit you like a speck of dust. So I think the biggest challenge was when I started off, when I was like a much more of a fresh emerging talent, where we were everything, we were like super like sensitized to it, like everything hits you harder, like even the pleasure, like even the achievements, the pleasure, it also hits you hard, and the dissatisfaction also hits you hard. But now it's like you accept both equally, and you're really thankful for that. So I think
there comes a time you're very neutral, because you're kind of used to it also, and you know how to handle the fame and also the criticisms. I think
and it's all relative, right? I mean, if you take this fame and Hollywood fame, it's two different calibers of fame. So I was thinking, like, it's at the end of the day, we are playing this with the theory of relativity, and there's always someone better or worse, and there's something bigger or smaller, and we're just like kind of flowing with it. So, yeah.
After all, we're just human, so
Yeah,
Superhuman.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Interesting. Now, with that, let me break this momentum with another fun segment, which is our third segment called Yes or No. So in this segment, both of you have got 2 boards to answer, yes or no, and these are pretty straightforward questions. Yes or no would be enough. There's no maybe.
Got it.
Got it? Okay, so there are 6 questions to answer, and I want rapid answers.
Okay.
Ready? Have you ever been asked out by a fan? Yes? Okay. I would like to know the moment a little bit. Did they recreate the rom-com moment or?
No, it's more or less of a sliding in the DMs.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's a very natural thing that
Yeah, it's
happens,
a daily
yeah.
thing.
No, I mean it does.
probably for her, but not a daily occurrence for me. But yeah, it's,
Right, okay. Now the next question is interesting. Have you ever asked a fan out? The board's up. Oh yeah.
I mean, technically, right?
Yeah, I mean human beings. You can. I would like to know, Hirushi, how did you
No, I
ask
mean,
a fan out?
I was like telling. I mean, if they're not your fans, you shouldn't be dating them in the first place.
Oh, yeah, I think that-
Like-
But you know, that's a nice way to put it. I would like to know how this happened.
No, actually, it's basically you get to know someone because of their, the creatives they do, and they appreciate it, and then you get to start a friendship. I think that's a very normal process, especially when it's within the circle. Like it's not a complete stranger.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
බලන් ඉන්න කට්ටිය ඔක්කොම නැත්නම් හරි. Hirushit එක්ක යාළු වුණා නම් හරි. Hirushi herself will come and ask out.
all you got to do is one.
Just dive into the DMs.
What about you?
Ridma,
I'm
yes, what
curious.
about you?
Just being human.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
My excuse for everything.
that's a nice way to put it, but we would like to know.
I mean, what do I say? Just like she told me. I think she made, like said it out in a very politically
nice
correct
way.
way. So yeah.
No, I think you
go with
meet
that.
people and then they happen to be your fans. It's not you meet them as fans in most
Yeah.
cases. Yeah. So
Okay. And once they mention, we love your this song, your voice, and literally, okay, you get the fan tick.
yeah, it's like
Let's say the
you
friendship.
sing, right? Yeah.
Okay, next question. Have you ever gotten drunk in public? Yeah. Any embarrassing memories?
Oh, many.
Oh, many.
Well, not me though.
Some
Not embarrassing.
Okay, but got drunk and
Yeah.
Oh, I
හොඳට ගෙදර ඇවිල්ලා
make
තියෙනවා.
a mockery out of myself here.
I've seen it.
Many years ago on this hotel. So,
at this hotel.
at this hotel.
Oh,
my
nice.
gosh.
At Golf Face Hotel itself.
I think 2 times. I mean, I think 90% of the time I've actually seen him. He was in
Yeah.
his zone.
Oh. Nice way to put it.
Zone කියන්නේ
Clever,
එහෙමයි.
Oh, දැන් ඉතින්
Zone
හරිනේ.
කියන්නේ, yeah.
ඔව්. ඒක තමයි මං කිව්වේ අර මේ හැමෝම හිතන් ඉන්නේ රිද්ම වීරවර්ධන සින් කරන්නේ හදවතට දැනෙන අර අඬනකොට අහන සින්දු වගේ, you know, අර when in love songs.
Yeah.
හරි. එතකොට everybody has imagined රිද්ම වීරවර්ධන to be a very decent and, you know, have a particular set of characteristics, but he has those. I mean, I'm not saying.
මම decent නෑ කියලා.
He would basically say, "It's being human."
It's being human. I mean, Abhi, Kalinut, we spoke about it, right? It's all about, you know, being a public figure doesn't really matter because you are a human being at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if you're somebody who's pretending to be someone else in public and not,
Yeah, it's going to be tough to keep up with that. I think
Oh,
that's where we initially also, when we started off, we didn't realize the gravity of what it is to be
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
I still prefer to get into my pair of shorts and just, you know, like even when I go to public places, that's how I usually walk around. So,
Like,
yeah,
be you.
Yeah. So, and in that way, people won't recognize us mostly.
Really though.
Yes.
Next time, may කවුරුහරි shorts
If you
ඇඳලා ඔය
see
පොඩ වැඩිපුර attention දෙන්න රිද්මද කියලා. බාට දාලා අර short එක ගහලා t-shirt අඳිනවද?
What do you think I am?
No, the bad boy, because you don't want to be labeled as a decent one.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case.
It's all right.
Alright, it's okay. No worries.
It's all right.
Okay. Have you ever punched someone in life? Like punched? Yes? No. Okay. Whom have you punched? Normal, no? Being a boy. Let's say being human.
Being human.
I want to know the story.
Yeah, I would also like to know. A little bit, a little.
Why do I feel like the central plot involves
Yeah.
a she?
A she.
Probably at some points. Probably.
Put emotional Luna hai bhai. Nah, again, I mean, like the person was really hurt. I mean, that
එහෙම එච්චර like I haven't been that violent.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever been that violent.
Yeah, okay. Coming back to, I think you have two different personalities at certain
Split
point.
personality.
Split
Yeah.
personality, literally. You know, the decent, the
No, so
well
being
behaved.
violent and being out there are completely two different things. Being
Exactly.
True.
violent
Yeah, yeah.
probably.
True.
Split personalities.
Split personality.
Okay, moving on. Have you ever sneaked out of home in the middle of the night? Yes. Okay, I mean, being a boy, why did you have to sneak out? I mean, usually the girls, we do that.
No, sneak out. Again, like this was sometime I think Podi Kali. I would have.
Lied to parents and stepped out of the
Yeah.
house with friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now I don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, now you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's
In my
a
case,
complete no for you?
yeah. In my case, I've been super open with my parents ever since
Okay.
I was like a kid.
Okay.
So they're very understanding.
Okay.
It's always an open debate, and
You just take the key of the house and you just go.
we are like friends. So
Oh, okay.
so yeah, I think that's why.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Okay, last question. Being public figures, have you ever asked for discounts at shops? Like asked for discounts at shops? No. Okay. No, I actually put that question to know.
Imagine you go there, you introduce yourself, and they don't even know you.
Yeah.
I
Imagine.
always feel nobody knows me, so it's not even the question.
Who? It's like, and he has to sing Queenie, and then he has to explain the whole thing.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think
No
I think he didn't really knew, like he didn't want you also to know him like a public figure singer. Like, the way he came today and he actually asked her, he asked you, right? Have you ever heard this song? And you're like, everybody
Hello?
knows you. Yeah, you were like, you
that.
probably must have heard this song. Everybody knows you, Ridma. Yeah.
Default thing is to assume that nobody knows.
No,
It's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, I think that keeps you well in place also.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
think it's just easy like
Yeah,
that.
I mean that's better than some people who always think, wherever I walk, everybody knows me, and I need to get that. I need to get that discount, and I need to get that. I'll put I'll put a story,
definitely. It's also like a matter of social anxiety. For
Yeah.
instance,
Yeah.
if you become a public figure and you used to be an introverted person, you tend to feel like you're being watched. But
Yeah.
it's not a matter of being celebrity sometimes, it's just you have that anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all
I think that's a hurdle that you have to jump
Yeah.
at the line of being a normal person and also coming into the limelight and becoming a public figure. That's a hurdle that you probably.
It's and once you go through that, it's a different. You see things differently. Perspective is different, and you can't think. And when you think back, it's kind of like another life altogether. It's kind of different. But I try not to make it very different.
සාමාන්‍ය විදියට
Saman,
ජීවත් වෙනවා.
podi වෙනසක් තිබුණා. I have to realize that there's
Yeah.
some things have changed,
Yeah.
but again.
අනික මම හිතන්නේ expectation එකත් වැඩිනේ being public figures. එකක් තමයි you're being noticed very well in public. අනිත් එක තමයි in your own trade දැන් සින්දු කියනකොට expectation එක, the level of expectation is really high, right? I'm sure Hirushi would also agree on that. ඒකට සින්දුවක් ඊළඟ සින්දුවක් like you have to keep working on delivering, right? The best
Yeah.
out. It's not just enjoying what you have done, but also keep up the good work and
Exactly. අර කලින් කිව්වා වගේ අර career එකයි aspiration කියන්නේ passion එකේ fine line එක කියන්නේ.
well.
ඒක balance කරගෙන යන එක තමයි තියෙන ලොකුම challenge එක.
Okay, so with that, we have actually come to the end of our show. Thank you so much. And this was fun for me. How was it for you
Yes.
all?
It was.
That's great. So with that, we have actually come to the end of our show today, the very first show I had with Hirushi and Ridma. Thank you so much for coming to my very first show, and it was really fun. I also enjoyed it.
Pleasure is ours.
Okay, thank you is not just a word that I will use. I also have gifts for you all. Mama, thank you කියලා විතරක් යන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. දෙන්නට ගෙදර. I have gifts from Ceylon Bee Honey, Swabhavika Mee Honey,
Thank you very much.
a medicine for most
Oh, thank you.
stuff, you know.
Thank you.
Thank
Good to
you.
be healthy. And also I have another gift from the Nail Bar, who's a partner of us. Ridma Weerawardena nails karanne naha ne.
අපි නැත්තම්
It
මේ
was a female.
ඔයා කතා කරනවා.
Ekata. I mean,
Okay, I'll tell you the day.
yeah. So yeah, sending
මගේ
you
අත
off.
ෆ්‍රී දවස්.
Aran dehata dara. Along with that, let me now take some time to remind and thank all our sponsors whom we are very grateful to making this show a success. As the main sponsor, we have TCL 20 series from Singer Sri Lanka. Thank you so much for partnering with us as the main sponsor. And going into the partners, we have the hotel partner is Golf's Hotel, where we are right now, and we will be shooting for the rest of our episodes. And also the one who makes us pretty always, we have as a salon partner, Ramani Fernando Salons. And as the equipment partner, we have Camera LK, clothing partner, Zigma Jones. And we also have fashion footwear partner Janelle with their contemporary, trendy footwear designs always. And also we have jewelry partner Summer 67. And as gift partners, we also have Ceylon Bee Honey and the Nail Bar. With that, thank you so much for joining with our show today. Subscribe and click the bell button to stay connected and stay updated for our next episode on Take a Break with Ashie, powered by TCL 20 series from Singer Sri Lanka. See you soon with the next episode.
ඔබ ළඟ මියුරු
ආදරයක සිත සොඳුරු කීව කතා මට නුහුරු දැස පුරා ඇඳි පිළිරු ඔබ නේද ආල සිත කැළඹු ඔබේ සුසුමේ දැවටිලා සිත ගාව මාව තනි කළා පෙම් සිත Tam rumava hada susum niva matavata hindi